course I took it serious because I really dwelled in it. I haven't, like, ever since then, I cannot think of anything else that would take me like that, you know? So even back then, when I saw the first moves, I was so fascinated that I really, like, I want to do that. And, you know, the usual way, the usual pedagogic ladder goes that you start playing something, right? Like you want to learn an instrument or whatever. You start playing. I took that very serious from the very first beginning. So it became a serious play from the first beginning. I wanted to really become good in this. There was no question for me. Usually you get confronted with somebody that is so good that it questions you, like, oh, whether I'm going to stop now or I really start. Yeah, that's how it usually goes. I had that with other things that I did, learning guitar and all this. So for me, when I saw other people that were better than me, there was no question. No, I wanted to become good as them. And I knew that it was going to take hard work, but I knew I was going to make it somehow. Yeah, and I loved it so much. I dwelled in it so much that, yeah, of course, I got really bad in school, bad grades, but I didn't care. Because from that minute on, from that moment on, I knew that I was going to be happy for the end, until the end of my life, if I just continued dancing.
And what were the 80s like to you when you look back on it, with your journey with, you know, with hip hop and with dance? Were there competitions? Were you traveling? What was the evolution of you those first 5 or 10 years?
It was pretty tough. I mean, 1984, as quick as it went up and breaking became the big fashion, yeah, it went down again. You know, downfall was deep. Yeah, and it was not like some phoenix out of the ashes, you know, it didn't happen like that. It was a long, long journey. So after that, everybody, you know, like that saw us dancing still in 85, 86. They were like, yo, you're still spinning on your head? You're still doing that? Well, we still had shows, you know, people saw that we did something good. So we, like when there were fashion shows, when there were, you know, some clubs, they still booked us, but it was by far not the same like in 1984. The new thing was lambada back in the days. So it was a new fashion dance, and from one day to another, everything stopped. And it took a long time. Well, we tried to revive or resurrect dancers too, all over Germany. You know, it started in North Germany, that we connected and we found out who was still dancing. Then more and more people stopped because they had a job, or some of them, they only danced because they wanted to get girls. So when they got their girlfriend, they stopped. Things like that. And then, I got a new partner. His name was Swift Rock. That was by mid-1987. And I just finished school. He dropped out of school. He just said, like, look, let's try this. Let's try to become professional. These people here in school, they don't like me dancing. So, you know, like, I know what I want to do. Like you, let's become professional. We have this one shot, you know, so let's try this. And I did not want to, you know, like, with my school diploma, you know, the jobs that I could have gotten with that, I would have been really unhappy, I think.
Right.
And so we tried, and we tried hard. We realized, okay, we might be able to do this if we're gonna work 8 hours a day on our dance, and this is what we did. So we found some other artists that were, you know, like where other people also would have said, like, this, you can't make a career out of playing hacky sack or frisbee or things like that, you know. So got connected with those guys. We got connected to different agencies. We got our first shows so that we could pay rent, you know, first of all, and then after it developed slowly. And then we became part of the few people that kind of like resurrected the dance all over the world. Also, we went to New York in '91 after we won the Battle of the Year, the International Battle of the Year back then.
Is it true that you and Swift, the two of you,
yeah, that was '92, yeah,
beat Big Cruise at Battle of the Year?
Yeah.